Samsung might finally be waking up, and this time, it's not about chasing bigger numbers. The Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra is now being tipped to bring back variable aperture, paired with its rumored 200-megapixel camera, and that alone could change the entire conversation around smartphone photography. According to leaks from Smart Pikachu, Huawei and Samsung are both testing 200MP main cameras with variable apertures. The device could feature a refined sensor, likely the Samsung ISOCELL HP6. But this isn't just another megapixel upgrade. The real story is what's happening behind the scenes. When you combine a next-generation 200-megapixel sensor with variable aperture and Samsung's advanced HDR tech, things start to look very different. Let's be real, 200-megapixel cameras stopped being exciting a long time ago. Most users never actually shoot at full resolution, and pixel binning does the heavy lifting anyway, usually outputting 12-megapixel images. The numbers became marketing. But now, Samsung seems ready to shift focus back to real, physical camera innovation. And that's where variable aperture comes in. If you remember the Samsung Galaxy S9 and Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, Samsung had already cracked this years ago with a dual-aperture system that could switch between f1.5 and f2.4. Now, it's making a comeback, and this time, it's smarter. Samsung is reportedly pairing it with LOFIC, short for Lateral Overflow Integration Capacitor. This technology allows the sensor to handle extreme dynamic range in a single shot by storing excess light from bright areas separately, instead of blowing them out. The result? Cleaner HDR, better highlights, and more balanced images without relying purely on software tricks. Everyone thought Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra just removed a camera, but that's not what's really happening. Samsung's upcoming flagship has suddenly found itself at the center of a major camera controversy, and now the full story is starting to come together. It all started when a design render, shared through insights from Ice Universe, revealed a much cleaner camera layout with only 3 visible lenses. That instantly sparked debate across the tech world. For years, Samsung's Ultra lineup has been known for its quad-camera system, so seeing just 3 lenses led many to assume that one sensor, most likely the 3x telephoto, was being removed. But that assumption didn't last long. New clarifications, again based on information connected to Ice Universe, confirmed that the 4th lens is not going anywhere. The quad-camera system is still expected to remain intact. In other words, that 3-lens render doesn't tell the full story. What we're actually seeing is not a downgrade, but a redesign. And it goes deeper than just the layout. Reports now suggest that the Galaxy S27 Ultra could introduce a next-generation ISOCELL HP6 sensor designed to deliver better light capture, faster readout speeds, and improved dynamic range. That points toward a much bigger shift in Samsung's camera strategy. So what does that mean in real-world terms? The 3x telephoto lens could be getting upgraded, repositioned, or even integrated differently within the system. Meanwhile, the overall camera module may become more compact and efficient internally, freeing up space for larger sensors or more advanced image processing hardware, and keeping the S Pen alive by bringing back a more practical flat design. Sounds like a smart move, right? But this direction also raises a lot of questions. At the same time, the competition is evolving fast. With Apple expected to introduce variable aperture technology in the iPhone 18 Pro lineup, Samsung could be forced into making a bold and possibly controversial decision with its camera system. According to tipsters like Ice Universe, early rumors suggest that the Galaxy S27 Ultra might completely remove the 3x telephoto camera. Instead, Samsung could rely on the 200-megapixel primary sensor to handle zoom, delivering something like 2x optical quality zoom through digital cropping. If this happens, it would mark the biggest camera redesign in the Ultra lineup since the Galaxy S20 Ultra. And honestly, it's not entirely surprising. The 3x telephoto sensor hasn't seen any major upgrades in years, which could indicate that Samsung no longer sees value in maintaining a dedicated lens for that range. Instead, the focus could shift toward a more powerful primary camera, especially since the ISOCELL HP2 sensor has been reused since the Galaxy S23 Ultra. With competitors pushing forward, Samsung may finally need a serious upgrade in imaging hardware by 2027.